Welcome to Loleventvods. These are the best highlights of today's LEC 2025 matchup.
So the Ivern doesn't really have someone that can give those shields, and you won't have the crash down available, which is kind of the shield you want for a potential dive, but level 3 on Oscarinen.
Mount up instead, it's now run its course, so no flip back yet. In fact, the counter-strike, well done. I was wrong, but Alvaro didn't get the mount up anyways. Oscarinen now is trying to buy space. Super starts auto-attacking, takes a turret shot, the flash, ignite down, they're out of turret range, but Oscarinen uses the ward, but Super playing LEC and utilizes that 2v2 while Jojo gets his first taste of Razork. The flash going for max range here. The flash away from Jojo's matched. I was waiting for that root caller and Razork held his turn.
Yeah, Jojo Pune just stayed in the minion line. His back pocket, so Fnatic trying to attack him immediately. Oh,
Alvaro goes over the wall. There's a root caller, gives Mickey a way in as well. The crash down on the spot, but Mickey gets a pulverize in return. Upset is fighting it out with Super, and Super's winning. A hail of arrows to get the slow lethal tempo fully stacked, but out of range. Fnatic now with the lob.
Super will be able to pick up this next wave and keep control of that top side enough for LUI to get the Void Grub. So nicely orchestrated here by Movistar. Jojo hasn't been able to really contest a lot of the movements. So even here you can see.
Flash from Mickey against the wall, and I see a cow who's leveraged Super against the wall, still there. Daisy now joins in, and a bullet time that Super can't escape from. His flash was up in 5 seconds, and it's a well-used
flash from Humanoid.
He does, and LEC is here to help out as well. An Impale that hits somehow. Hitbox a little bit OP as the shuffle down. Gravity Storm is great, but can Jojo shuffle in another time? LEC about to get the driving counter.
Objectives. They're about to kill Dragon. They already have the 3 of the Void Grubs as well, which means that if they're able to start looking towards, hey, we can steal away 1 Void Grub in a minute's time.
I mean, Koi are set up to pull it out this game as Fnatic look to contest. Razork has got Daisy back up and available, but as Daisy enters the Rift once again, Koi have a good position, now almost getting 2 grubs.
Yeah, still though, Alvaro's very far from his team.
Yeah, he might be dead actually. Humanoid is also far from his team. He gets shuffled by Jojo, but the gravity field again does a bit of work. Chaos Storm can't finish him off though, and that's the first kill. Now, Grubs reset, 2 still up and available as Koi look for the next part of the fight.
Alvaro on the flank though, and he just spotted out by Mickey. Mickey needs to keep him out.
Crash down is good, but Mickey has done his job. Bullet time there, but Alvaro flashes before he gets the final hit. Bullet time caught midway as LEC comes through. Mirwin gets a flash out of Upset, who's running for his life. Fnatic are losing this fight despite the low health bars from Koi. As a flip back from Mirwin is exceptional. The kill goes down, duly given credit as Koi again swim in their own pond.
Movistar Koi were so low on the health bars, but the quicker trigger pull from Mirwin to get into the fight, the better positioning on the TP, and the fact that Humanoid just got completely caught out at the early stage of that fight.
It's going to be the same outcome that you see every other single game as Mirwin might be in trouble. Grandmaster at Arms has popped, the flip back is there, and he's going to try and take the 1v1, but Mirwin can't redirect anymore. Remember, all out, and Mirwin now playing with a couple of daggers, bit of true damage as well in the kit as TP burnt, and that means that Movistar Koi's have backup.
It's still though, LEC is here, so I think you can actually just look for the tower off the back of this. So good call by Jojo Pune to follow up here, and here we go.
Against the wall, misses though. A counter-strike now subdues him, and LEC has to flash away. Not perfect, but the teleport can't be cancelled even though the turret's gone, and who cares if it was? Humanoid bursts into the scene, and against the wall, a mistake by LEC who's left alone, but the Impale, is it enough is the new question as he gets out with a sliver of his life, and somehow Koi are making it work. Super doesn't get taken down. The Chaos Ray almost does the job, but Fnatic just can't get a break.
Where does he try and go for it? But Movistar Koi have been playing really well around Super to enable him in these fights, and same with Jojo Pune, just making sure that they are constantly safe and dealing the DPS if they need to.
And in such a good position, right?
Rift Tower going to be the next focus. Immediately, Mirwin has to go down and catch that big wave because he was interrupted, which is buying time now for Oscarinen to get the reset and could potentially open up on mid to look for a play if they want to, but I think Fnatic are just too far out of position to really try and follow up an upset, also on reset, so this is going to be a 4th objective now going over towards Movistar Koi, and they're in a fantastic spot here.
Struggle to grasp themselves. A couple of mistakes that we've seen is Jojo going to walk into the gravity field. He cares not because the setup's there. Alvaro flashes, gets a Magnet Storm, holds them in place. Super does the same with Chains Corruption, but it only eventually gets Humanoid as he's out of range. Now Teleport as Fnatic want to look for a turn. Oscarinen sets it up, but it's met by an Impale. Ulti on the way out, damage being done, but they can't get the job done again until Mirwin under turret says no! Humanoid gets in range. Blinking health bars everywhere. A root caller gets it onto Super, but a knockback says no again. Fnatic are not being given a cent.
It was the root caller of the void there on the LEC. We've seen it time and time again. Scrims don't matter, and it's Movistar going on towards this third dragon.
They really don't, do they? Fnatic are going to try and contest. They started with a TP, but as Herald is going to be summoned in the midst of it to make a sixth man, Fnatic now think about how they get in from this choke. Dragon looked away from Koi, instead looking for an engage. Poke is there, Mickey starts it off, but he just presents himself for another Heartsteel stack. Backs off, and Fnatic can't make a decision. Mewin gets a stun back as well. The gravity field stuns no one, and in goes Jojo! Dun, dun, da, 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 da. He is dead! Dagda, Mad Koi has still found themselves though. Running forward, Mewin with a flip back, but even though they find Jojo, it's a golden win for the rest of Koi.
I mean, is it a beautiful end to the anime though, as Yoya wants to try and go a little deeper. We'll get stunned up. No support.
Still
Super to follow.
Yoink, another stack goes down the range. Almost connects with Oscarin, and Fnatic are back in their base.
Yes.
Not really. That is a 2-item tank here now with Spirit Visage. Yoya with an Impale has found himself a cheeky Razork. Chains Corruption make it easy as well, and there's future knockups to come as Mickey just takes some damage. Bullet time is nothing from Upset, and there you go. Koi have an advantage. No jungler, no smite. Take your pick.
Yeah, Baron gonna be taken. Like, you don't need to take Adakan because, well, you can go for Baron, go for Adakan, reset, and then just have this insane buff as you go through the enemy base. So Oscarin trying desperately to get in a position, but there's no ult for Upset. This is a bit risky for Fnatic.
Getting stun after stun, no smite, of course, means that the risk stops there as Humanoid looking to get shuffled on, flashes away. Jojo now just auto-attacking, goes golden with a Chaos Storm in the middle of the wave, but again, Koi have taken another one to bite the dust, and that Chaos Storm is not going to get the kill either. Koi just keep getting pick after pick, kill after kill, blood after blood.
Now, Baron taken. Here's the Adakan. That's been nicely doled up to them as well. As you're going for the reset, you can just two-man this. So only inhibitor towers apart from the top side are remaining. Dives aplenty for Movistar Koi. And little, I feel like Fnatic can really do to dispel this. You don't even have ultimates anymore.
It's going to get flashy for someone like Jojo as well, and what a debut. Dagda, I know the hype that came from Fnatic. You got a lot to say. But for now, Humanoid little here in this game where he hasn't been able to play out his Victor. Been able to stack much as Oscarin with a stun. This is a hope. He's got Grandmaster's Might on top of Mewin, but the rest of Koi are running in. Jojo does it again, but this time more members feel the sting as he sits in, takes no damage, and Upset tries to beat him some, but Jojo rocks up into a bullet time and will withdraw to play it back again.
And this is spectacular from Jojo Pyun. This is how you use the Adakan buff, setting up your team spectacularly to take 2 of these inhibitors with the Baron buff. And honestly, they might even be able to take a Nexus turret or 2. Now, Nexus turrets do respond, but does this game last 3 more minutes? I don't really think so.
I'm just wondering if Jojo can get there before they try and end the game. Here we go, all in from Alvaro, doesn't connect. Mewin the same as well. Oscarin gets backline access, but does he have enough damage? He's swayed once more and broken down. GA pops, but Super here to auto as Mickey tries to delay the inevitable. That GA should give him a little bit more to play through as Mewin and Super still left standing, and look at Super having the time of his life on this virus. He blights one and takes another. A GA to send them back as Fnatic are left with no Nexus turrets.
There is nothing in the base of Fnatic, and what makes it worse is this fall. Maybe need to find proof in the pudding here because they need something to go their way.
They need an entire cake at this point, Dagda, and if they could eat it too, they'd probably be given the time to look at those respawning Nexus turrets. There's a nice flip back. Mickey looking for his last engage. Chain of Corruption, flash away, and nicely done from Super. An exceptional debut for him this year as well, as you might be surprised, but everyone looked at this roster as one to prove the point. They went to Worlds last year, but they're looking to take a championship with it too, as they beat down Fnatic in